I'm not so sure.
Listen close, yeah, we need to talk. Woo!
Listen close, yeah, we need to talk. There's so much garbage walking down the block, floating around YouTube, filling up your screen. The messiest advice that you've ever seen. They've been here 5 minutes, fresh off the plane. Passport ink ain't even dry, telling you how to live, it's driving us insane. They promise you paradise, everything is nice, but they're just selling you that bad advice. Those sugar-coated fool lies, yeah, they taste so sweet. But Heidi knows the truth about the heat on the street. Bite me, bite me, bite me, bite me. It's Heidi versus the hype, yeah. She's clearing out the gripes, she's one of a kind. She's earned her stripes, she's tired of the fakes. She's cutting through the line. It's the real deal, baby. It's Heidi versus the hype. Heidi versus the hype. It's Heidi versus the hype. Heidi versus the hype. She's an original OG, American expat. She's seen it all, from wannabes to huge age gap traps. No filters, no scripts, no Hollywood glow. Just busted down vloggers all over the Philippines. Just a gritty real life that you need to know. It's Heidi versus the hype, yeah. She's clearing out the gripes, she's one of a kind. She's earned her stripes, she's tired of the fakes. She's cutting through the line. It's the real deal, baby. Heidi versus the hype. Heidi versus the hype. It's Heidi versus the hype. Heidi versus the hype. The American wife uncensored is here to make the muddy waters run clear. This is the only reality show you need to know. Heidi versus the hype. Heidi versus the hype.
Good morning, guys. How are you? Good morning. Trying to wake up. George will be here. Usually Saturdays are definitely me. He comes in and asks some of the questions. We have some questions, but also we thought we seen so much bullshit today and yesterday and within the week on Facebook and other things going on in the Philippines. We thought we would cover that also. The biggest story we'll cover today is she's how old and what is the age gap. It's actually, in my opinion, one of the larger ones that I've seen, even over that dude where like the girl was, I forgot what she was. There's like a 45-year age gap that Geo covered or something. And I thought that was actually high. It's higher than that. And I know that there's another guy up there in age. They're all over Facebook, but the dude I think is like 80 something and she's in her 30s or something. It's still a large age gap, but this one is really a doozy. And he, like others, are posting it and then they get all butt hurt and stuff when people say something. Oh, you're just jealous. You're just this and that. So he's already removed the post on the Expat forum. There's another one he already left on there, but he calls her baby girl. And I thought they were for sure related initially. And then somebody's like, we had found a photo from them 5 years back. And it's like, well, wait a minute. And it's like, what's up with that? That means she was underage for sure when you met her. Page full of bar girl photos and dancing. Tons of pageant girls that are around 5 or 6 years old. An avid Trump supporter. And I must say that. I mean, everything is Trump, Trump, Trump. And it's just the way he put all this shit on there. And so anyways, huge gap in this relationship. And then he gets all upset when everybody doesn't praise his relationship. He has since removed the post, but that's okay. I'm going to put him up today. Also, I want to, hi, Geo. There's Geo trying to get in there. There's my lucky black cat there. What? Hey, Geo, you in a good mood? Yeah? You good boy? Yeah. So there's my lucky cat here. So, anyways, back to George. He's out for cat food this morning, and he was in the shower. And I was just bragging to some people that he's going to be on today, and he's like, "No, let me go get this now because it's just going to be busy later." So he is still not back. So he'll be here in a little bit. He went out to go out and about, so he will be in. Let me start with a few things here. Let's see. Right now, guys, there is. Let me pull this up for you guys. Put me in the bottom so you guys can see this. So, okay, 5 million people in Manila for the Trestalization. I'm probably saying it wrong, but basically, it happens every year. And in Manila, the image of Nuestro Padre Jesus Nazareno, from the story goes from Acapulco, Mexico to the Philippines in the 1600s, and then they transfer him from the Bagbayan to Quipo Church in Manila. They even discuss that this older guy walked like 20 miles, you know, to, dedicate himself. So all these guys are like those, they got something similar in Florida where they all dive for the cross, and it's just big gatherings. But they say this is the largest Catholic gathering that there is, and these guys are all jam packed in here. It's kind of crazy. Let me show you some of this. It's insane. They said up to 8 million will be there. Like the streets, the embassy already warned and stuff. But already, I want to let you know that a photographer has already passed away. I don't know if he got trampled. I don't have the full story right this minute. I just know when I woke up, it put it in there that he passed on. One journalist is dead. There has been 400 injuries so far. Yeah, they're packed like sardines, trying to touch the statue. They rub their t-shirts on it, and some of the stuff that I've seen is simply incredible. Get more of it. There's a photographer. That was some of the last photos he got, but this was within the last 24 hours, and I would say there's standing room there. It's just insane. Yeah, there's the statue. Like people jump up on there, they push them off, and it's crazy. I think they call it the Black Nazarene is the main, but yeah, I'm probably not saying it right. George isn't here to correct me. Translation, I guess it's the journey, but it's insane. But I did not know that it initially came from Acapulco, Mexico, over to the Philippines. So I don't know quite why. If anybody knows why it would have came from Mexico, and then brought to the Philippines, maybe a gift on a ship. So, hey, what's going on, Papa? Good morning. Yeah, I believe that. No, it's not. It's not Sinulog. I had to double check to see if there's other names because sometimes they all call things differently here. No, it's not Cebu. It's Manila. This is the religious thing that happens every year. Millions and millions gather in the streets right in the middle of Manila. Not everywhere around the Philippines. There's like 5 million people out there. So Sinulog would be dealing with Cebu, and that would be dealing. And it says that's actually held the third Sunday. It's not the third Sunday. So it's Saturday here in the Philippines, the 10th. But no, this is just dealing with everybody trying to touch the statue. They take it from one area to another and they do it every year. So, but I just think it's crazy the amount of people. Run it through again. There's a photographer that passed away. But like I said, there's been over 400 injuries so far. So kind of insane. So I wanted to cover that story. Thought I actually had the landslide. There's also another story going on Yeah, that'll kind of give you an idea. Also, we were sent the story by several people that there was a landslide of trash that happened um, in Cebu, which was Friday. 3 have passed away, 35 are missing, 12 are injured, and that was as of this morning. 550 volunteers are out looking for people. 350 responders were out there. That's a lot of people. And it's sad. Yeah, the landfills, the trash situation in the Philippines is really great. They said that the Philippines is responsible for a big amount of plastic in the ocean and stuff floating to other areas and how it's disposed here. They just showed in our area recently, um, in the Angeles City area, like the trash is just piling up. Nobody's picking it up again. So it's just kind of it's bad in all manners. Now, finally, across the street, like George mentioned, they finally put the metal wall back up across the street, so nobody's dumping their trash across the street. It would get super high, and they'd burn it like 4 or 5 times a year, and we'd have to bring the dog in, and ashes are all over, floating like a volcano's nearby or something. And so now they finally had stopped that, and we'll see how that actually goes. But yeah, there's only so many landfills here. And now it looks like there was a landslide of trash that just, and my guess is they're not all employees. It's probably people picking through it for, for plastic and scrap to sell and everything. So it is very, very sad. Eaton, you can bite me. I seen your comment, and you don't get to come in here as a person with a 6 day old account. More than likely, you're a vlogger or a troublemaker. There's only one troublemaker here. And I thought about that, and then it was like, yeah, no. Jump on everything else. We'll jump the fuck on whatever we want to. But I know one thing, like everybody else, go bitch and whine to another channel that your ass got blocked because you're not running this show. You ain't going to tell us what we're going to play, do, or talk about. And we jump on everything else. Bull fucking shit. Take your ass to about 7 channels that run their fucking mouth and see what they cover. But if we cover it, then we're just drama. Go fuck yourself. And that's how it is. You're a goddamn vlogger. My guess is you're one of the top 4 that run your mouth. So go ahead. Whatever the fuck you are. Go jump in a lake. Gonna come. Truth hurts. No, sweetie, the truth doesn't hurt. Truth does not hurt. We've been around way longer than a bunch of these other vloggers that are running their mouths. We've been here. We have covered and helped thousands of people come here. We still talk to people. You're just somebody that doesn't like us, that you thought you would come in and bring the Bruce drama. Take it back to where you found it or cover it on your own channel, sweetie. Okay? Truth doesn't hurt. You little narcissistic bastard coming up in here talking shit. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Why don't you create another account and come in with some other drama? You were probably the same asshole that came in the other day talking about Jim. Okay? We talked about Jim a few months ago, and someone came in with a new account trying to bring the Jim drama. So my guess is you're either Jim or you're some other vlogger just trying to bring the shit back up. And nobody cares that he sat with a super young girl, 18 to 19 in Vietnam, and then brought his ass back to his wife. We knew that was going to happen. He's not even divorced. That's his business. That would be covering drama. We're not going to sit there and follow every single fucking vlogger just to bring up the drama like we're Ricky Drama or fucking Sick Grandpa or one of these other troll channels. We'll bring the fucking drama when we bring the fucking drama. Take your fat, drunk fucking ass and go sit down somewhere. Or whatever the fuck you are, lonely old man. And that's exactly where it is. Coming to about the truth hurts. All right. All right, go on. Truth hurts. Wow. All right, guys. So next on the list, besides all of this going on, is like, what were these people thinking? Like, literally, there's some other things that have been going on that I definitely want to cover this morning. And good morning to Sarah. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, check it out. What is going on? Good morning. Hello, PA squad. And Sarah is in the house. Good morning, Sarah. And then I'll get to these next stories. Yeah, second win. I'm actually a 6-year-old accountant. I have credibility. No, you don't. You go sit down somewhere too. Got about as much credibility as this one here that's been here for 7 months. Unless you bring the sandwiches, then that'd be different. You know what? We should rename this members only, like we did. Remember, we were like a year or two ago, we kept talking about members only and shit because we don't give a fuck if we have 70,000, 100,000, who comes and goes, bitching and whining other channels. I love to name your asses. You guys know who they are that talk shit. And I'm like, who the fuck cares, you narcissistic bastards? Oh, I got this, and I live in up here and whatever tower, and I've got this because I live out on this special island, or I've got that and this and that. Nobody gives a fuck. Okay, your asses bring the drama too. We don't give a fuck if we have 4 people or 100,000 people. They either fucking watch or they fucking don't. Half our money goes right back into the channel, and the other half feeds the cats, no matter what month it's been, no matter how long we've been in it. So it's not about the money. And then you get dumbasses that come in here, think they can just throw shade and throw whatever, and like we give a fuck 30 minutes after this live ends. Guess again. Same pussy ass keyboard warriors that wouldn't say shit to me in bad shape and a bad heart in the fucking mall. Shit. Pussy ass bitches. You got the right one today. Oh, I meant to say I act 6 years old, right? Me too. Yeah. Ah, okay. Well, you might be. You're pretty close. That's what. Let's go. Hey, Slick Rick is in the house. I want to say hi to him real quick. Eaton Beaver, whatever, is a brand new account. He's a nobody. I want to let you know, most of those vloggers, some of you guys do watch the other channels I'm talking about, and they know who they are because they watch us. Okay. And the deal is they create a bunch of accounts because they're pussies, or they've been blocked because they were pussies before, or bitches. And they make these accounts so they could come in and bring up their drama that they want to see and shit they're covering. So whatever people are watching with us, that maybe they'll drift or whatever the fuck, or they, think they're doing something. But yeah, it's just somebody that's another vlogger. Because what person that is just a regular person would create an account and come and try to? It's just weird. No, these people have covered this, and you're not coming in here and pulling that. If I want to fucking cover Bruce, I'll fucking cover Bruce. If we want to cover somebody, that's what we'll do when we're ready. We get enough regulars that come in. That's the only thing that's going to matter is people that have been with us the whole 5 years. They'll come in and say, hey, I heard this, and that. What's up? And then if we hear a bunch of emails and messages and we say, yeah, we better check this out. But besides that, no. I only heard one other person mention that, and it's like, okay, you think we're just going to jump? You realize how many expats here and how many of them are sex tourists and the shit they do, or these regular vloggers, some of the shit they do that's been reported? Shit, I could write a book, bitches. It's just old now. Maybe 2-3 years ago it'd have been worth covering, but now there's bad people and bad vloggers and shit people doing all kinds of shit here. It's like a dog eat dog world. It's like, yeah, where do you start from there? Okay, Terrence, there's a 50-year age gap. Yeah, that was a big one. I think that dude, his woman's like 30 or 29, 20. It's up there. It's near 52. But this guy just looks old. He's already up in his upper 80s or something. So I don't know, 30 and 80. Yeah, so there might be a 50 something, 51 year. He's all over Facebook, this guy. He can barely move. And she does the bikini dances, and I think they've already had a kid. She's already got previous kids, but their numbers are up there like 1 million. Well, yeah, for Christ's sake, call you daddy. All right, so right, so let's get into this. I better stop it before. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so this grandpa here goes on and on about calling her baby girl in the last 30, 60 days. And we seen him and we were like, wow, okay, that's got to be his daughter, is what I mean, for sure. For once, it didn't hit me like, oh my God, that's embarrassing because he's old enough to be her grandfather, any of this, and that, and that this goes on and everything. And it's like, no, on this situation, he's calling her his baby girl, that he's moving her from one area to another. And then a month later, he posts something about her age and his age. And he goes on to say this photo was taken before we made a resort or something. And I'm like, well, those can go up. You can refurbish a resort in a few months. So somebody tried to tell me when I made the comment that I don't know what I'm talking about, because we found a photo of her 5 years ago on his page. And when I put it up to people, they were like, yeah, that definitely looks like her dancing around. And it's definitely her. No doubt it was her. And somebody was like, well, it could have took all those years, so the girl's about 25, 26. I said, that she ain't no 26 years old. There's no freaking way. How old do you guys think this girl is? Like, for real, how old do you think the girl is? Hey, good morning, Timothy. Yeah, they were trying to say that I was not the best Sherlock Holmes. Somebody replied, only one person, all the rest of them said he was sick. And if you look at his page, it's even sicker. Everything is a Trump post. It is what it is. Everything was pro Trump. And he posted a shitload of girls between the age of 4 and 6 at pageants, up close with makeup on them, all over his page. And he did a bunch of bar girls, dancing girls, Asian girls, and a trip to Disney with her. And then you go further 5 years back, and she's in there. So, and they were together. So it was kind of creepy, in my opinion, to be calling her the way he was. And it turns out there's a 48-year age gap. She is 19 and he's like 68. So if I had that right, well, Dee, that's okay if you like Trump. It's just a referral to the 17 cases where he's attacked women and had court cases and the whole Epstein thing and all of that. My point is that he's a pro-Trumper. Go figure. And then he's got a bunch of minor children all over his page, just showing them. So it is what it is. So I'm no longer going to cover for the sleaze. If you guys don't like it, get out. So, I mean, it is what it is, and we're not going to get heavy into the politics. I'm just letting you know he's got Trump all over his page. So, let's see, I'm looking for. So the deal is the guy couldn't take the heat because he expected to come on to Facebook and get no wrath for it. And there was only so many people that were like, yay, 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 good for you, along with another channel that used to come on our page, some mango guy. He's also been doing the same thing. Got a younger wife, lets her dance around, shows her holding the baby and going on about, 1 second here, guys. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, he can't take the heat. Bottom line, the guy cannot take the heat, and He's been with this girl before she was of age, allegedly, unless there was just somebody that I get that I say a lot of Filipinos look alike, but it was her. And it was not just a side situation. So he's been with this girl before she was 18. So now he removed the other post. The other one was still up. Um, so it is what it is on that story, guys. To me, there's a lot of problems when you have this much of an age gap. I don't have problems overall with age gap if they're within reason and the girl is mature and she's had a time to grow up. This girl hasn't. She's been groomed. Hence why I mentioned Trump. So it is what it is. The whole situation about anything that you're thinking, it is what it is. And so it's just out there. So, but he thought he would get support. All right, next story. What was this guy thinking? This guy, okay, there's no number showing, so you can't say we posted whatever. And this is a repost of the own guy's posting where he's bitching and complaining that he cannot open up a bank account. Been around doing this for 5 years. Evidently, you watch certain vloggers that won't mention certain things, or ones that will tell you that you can open a bank account, but bitches, you can't. He clearly is a tourist, and one of those tourists that either renew their cards and do the 3 year thing and come back in, or he just doesn't get it, or other people told him, "Hey, I dropped down 100,000 US and deposited this, and that," and the doors just open, and I was able to get a bank account, which I've yet to see the receipts for this. If you're not a permanent resident, if you're not a 13A or an SRV or somebody that's here with certain permits or something that's dealing with working and that are the right things with the right immigration status, you're not going to open a bank account. And if you do, then it means it's illegal and you were just lucky, or the bank person just didn't pay attention, or you're out in the middle of nowhere and it's an individual bank, which there are. But the guy thought he could, and he ranted and raved about that. And you're just not going to open the bank account. So, lesson learned. Nice wallet too. Why don't you spend 5 minutes on buying yourself a wallet, dude, instead of the bank account? But a lot of these guys are trying to get their direct deposits here, or they never plan to go home. And so they want their money over here so they don't deal with what a lot of these guys end up without their bank accounts lost, because family members, things bounce out like mail, and they lose their bank accounts all the time. That is the biggest downfall here, is that situation, and that their banks close. But you're not going to do it as a tourist. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, and I'll catch your guys' comments here in a minute. Now, this next one is going to offend some people, and I don't give a fuck, but it offended me immediately. And when George walked by, he was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Tell me about it." So this next one comes off of a page that to me was shocking. And I come from the 70s and 80s and pretty open, about a lot of things. But when you post as an open-minded expat, you thought you would post a video, or not a video, but a photo. And I'm going to repost this shit. When you post a photo of your wife, it's an open photo of your wife in an expat forum of her breastfeeding. Okay. It's just weird as fuck. It just kind of just like, what the fuck were you thinking moment. Happy Saturday, guys. So I'm going to repost it. You posted it. I'm posting it. There it is. Good thing she's flat chested. But it's exactly what she's doing. She's breastfeeding. Now, some of y'all are going to be like, "Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with this, and it's natural and all this." This bullshitter fucking posted his fucking wife because it was him, not her. Now, it could very well be possible. I know it sounds like somebody's knocking. It's the dog where he's scratching, or I don't know what he was thinking, because he's posted like 2 times recently. And I'm like, this is not only vulgar or weird, but you're posting a photo of your flat-chested Filipina breastfeeding your baby on an expat forum. I thought shit was getting weird here lately, how people have been posting their large age gaps, how they're broke, how they pay for groceries. Nothing is it's everything's useless bullshit now. I'm going to call that shit out. Now it's just a narcissistic, look at this, look at my wife, look at my breastfeeding wife. It's like, what the fuck is this? Are you even kidding me? I was like, what's up? So it's like, oh, here comes George finally with the dog food. He just left right before the live. No, I'm telling you, if it disturbs George, which is only about 4 times a year, then it's like, what's really going on? So another what the fuck moment on Facebook. Dun 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 dun. Like, for real. What were you thinking, dude? Yeah, let all these expats get a peep at my flat chested wife with my baby breastfeeding, so they can all get a gulp. The same with them posting, like when that guy posted the large age gap and was found with photos of this girl from 5 years, his page full of underage girl photos everywhere, like that creep that lived in Cum Chili's. A bunch of guys were posting photos of themselves. Yeah, these are 10-year age gaps, 12-year age gaps, not no freaking 40 something, 47-year age gaps. That's a big difference. One second. There's Mary. Yeah, 48-year age gap. I just got through the breastfeeding thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just leave the dog food. I told him you picked up the dog food. Beans, you've been gone for a little bit. Your coffee, you got to pour hot water in, but you might want to turn it on for a minute. No, I just showed him the breastfeeding thing, and I said, George, about 4 times a year gets upset. And if he's like, what the fuck is that? That's a what the fuck. Posting your own here.
I mean,
Here.
well, there's nothing wrong with breastfeeding, but
No.
but this is social media.
Yeah, into an expat forum where most guys that are coming here, hate to say it, guys, it's sex tourism. They come here to date women because their lives turned upside down. They know what they're doing. They all start at Walking Street for the most part, or they know what they're doing, and it's a sex tourism. And then you post. This isn't Hawaii and shit where you're just like on an expat forum and maybe, you're talking about luau's and real estate and shit, and then you post your breastfeeding wife. No. We're talking about a bunch of expat, dirty old men.
The
Truth.
internet is forever.
The internet is forever, especially your flat-chested woman. You should be more concerned about getting her some more boobs. Sending her to Thailand or something. I get it, man. All right. I'm on a roll today. Hey, Lackaspod, what is going on? It's about damn time, George. Second win. All right, so what the fuck were they thinking? Not a whole lot on this one, but I appreciate this guy's honesty here. He went to the store, and the items that he actually had represents about 5,500 pesos worth of groceries. And we've been telling you guys, for the ass wipes that keep saying you can 100% survive in the city grocery shopping like this, and they're living on 1,000 a month, they're full of shit. Filipinos cannot afford to live here. And definitely with all the tourists and shit going on and people hiking prices here, it's definitely getting more expensive. So that's the one thing we notice is you just got to love the Philippines, whether it's for pussy, whether it's for fucking out of pride that you just come in here because you was in the military and you want to be here. You got a girlfriend or wife, or like me, I followed George. He's my husband. It doesn't mean that we have to be happy about the cost and everything else. This guy's right. It's going to be more than $100 a week for groceries. If you guys want to live on rice and bullshit, go on ahead. If you want to eat street food and pay 20 pesos here, like these guys and young vloggers keep saying, go on ahead with your diarrhea. Okay. But right now, like our house runs on either fresh fruit now. It has for a while. You guys only see me junking out like 20% of the time. But when you're buying chia seeds, that shit's like $5 a small pack. It's not cheap. So it runs on chia seeds, flax seeds, fruits, vegetables, meats and not carb packaged food and all that. So our groceries, give or take, we spend like 10,000 pesos, including paper products in the beginning, and we do it a second time. So I don't know, 500 a month or more. And that's for all the household stuff, laundry, everything. And sometimes we even tip into the 600s. Sorry, you guys think it's all donuts and shit, but it's not. So this guy's keeping it real. Living on 1,000 as a Western person just isn't happening. So the guy was like real forward about the whole thing. So, yeah,
You're big, kid.
that's Bigsy, I know. So let's see. I think that's the one story I got in there.
What is that?
What's that? Oh, that's the guy's groceries for 5,500. And there's old dirty grandpa here. For recap for George, that is a 48-year age gap. And
My man.
that was the girl from 5 years ago. By the way, he removed it since. So he did try to argue with it. Has me and George's photo and George's name on it, so I don't mind arguing with the guys under George's name on the Expat forum. And the guy tried to call me a Sherlock and other shit that I didn't have anything right. And I'm like, that girl's like 19, and I think he's lying about that. But it showed the same girl 5 years ago. But I was telling them that the page was full of the pageant girls, and yeah, I can't bring it up. I'll just wait. But anyways, it was what it was on that. And we already covered this morning. Your other glasses are here. I just put them here.
No, my eyes are getting bad.
Well, yeah. I covered this morning, just filling George in what was going on.
I think I'm going blind.
I covered the landslide that Scott sent, and that was just from the trash sliding. They had 550 volunteers, 350
Cebu.
responders,
Again.
35 missing, 12 injured, 3 has died. Also, I'm probably saying this wrong. The translation, 2026 in Manila. How do you say that? Translation?
Translation?
Oh, okay, it's translation. It sounds like Frenchion. Okay, translation. Sound like translation.
Well, it's a translation.
Which is, what does that mean?
It's just a name.
Transport? Is it where they're taking it? Does it? Okay, so anyways, 5 million people from were like packed there. They were expecting 8 million, but that was as of 4 a.m. this morning. And I was telling him that the image of Nuestro Padre Jesus Nazareno. Did I say that right? You say it and
Yeah.
say it. Well, say it with your accent.
Well, I don't have an accent. That's the thing. But I can pronounce it the way it's supposed to. There's a difference.
Oh, thanks.
Nuestro Padre Jesus Nazareno.
Right. Did you know that it came from Acapulco, Mexico?
Who?
That dude, or the image, or whatever. They call it Black Nazarene, right? He's really.
Oh, yeah.
It says they put that in the paper today. And so I copied from them so I can double look it up. It says that he had went from Acapulco, Mexico to the Philippines in the 1600s. So I take it they brought him over on a ship at some point. It was a gift maybe but that's what it said. And then it said that they transfer him from Bagumbayan to Quipo Church. Is it Quipo?
No, Quiapo.
Quiapo, Quipo,
Batang Quiapo. Well known.
Bongay
Quiapo is a very famous
Bonga
place
Quiapo.
in Metro Manila.
Bingo Quipo.
Batang Quiapo.
Bingo Quipo. They said that was in 1767. Where'd they leave him all that time? From 16 just on the ship? They leave him on the beach with coconuts? Or were the ladies babysitting him? What happened to him from 1600 to 1767?
I don't know.
He stayed at a bunch of, what did you say? What is a housekeeper called again?
Katulong. This is my katulong, by the way.
Yeah.
This is my housekeeper.
Canadian housekeeper.
Yeah.
So that was it. And currently there's been over 400 injuries. Yeah, did you? Oh shit, it's gone. I don't think it's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's the way you remove it, it's permanently gone.
Oh, it's permanently gone. So yeah, it's kind of like insane and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And again, today's show is brought to you by the letter P. Heidi already said it.
P is for
pussy. It's good enough for me.
P is
P is for pussy.
It's-
It's good enough for me.
stands for flat chested.
P is for pussy. It's good
P.
enough for me. Pussy, 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 letter P. There you go.
Yeah, I
Where's my
had
$5?
broke out. No, you don't get that. I broke out your freaking. Oh, here they are. Because you look better in them than I do.
Oh, well, it's kind of late now.
Not really. You still look silly in them. Here.
I would have been better if I was wearing these.
Here, go ahead. Go ahead and do it.
Well,
Well, we're going to do a transformation. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Ta-da! There he is. Dun, 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 dun.
do.
Look at Mary trying. Show Mary's haircut. She looks good, doesn't she?
Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary. Hey, Mary.
Hey,
Come here.
Bobby.
Come here, Mary. Mary got her haircut. There she is, babe. Pick her up so they can see her new haircut. By the way, I did end up cutting her hair myself. It's not that going to cosmetology school meant anything for 2 years, but I do cut George's hair for the most part. And I did Mary. We have all the equipment, and I'm like, you know what? Even at $20 a month, that would still save us money. Yeah, look at her. So now we have Puppy, and we're going to cut her every other month ourselves. We can control everything no longer. We waited for the last hair grooming guy, and they kept making excuses and never showed up. They said they were stuck in traffic, and they didn't make the appointment. The 2-hour window they missed. And then they said they were on its way, and then they claimed they left all their equipment. They had to go way back somewhere else. And then when I got a hold of them, they said, no, we're somewhere else right now. And I'm like, that's it. And they were like, oh, we can come tomorrow. I said, no, you can't. So it's the same ones that did an okay job, but they stopped cleaning up the dog hair outside. They were overcharging for other items and adding money to it. And I'm just like, yeah, that's it. You guys had a chance. So let me go in here and see what's going on. You can read any comments from the bottom. I'm going to go back up to the top.
Raymond says Mary looks good. She's so sweet.
Yeah, she's really shiny, and I double washed her. See, they weren't even doing that. The guys were powdering her down. It was weird. They put baby powder on her, and they were weirdly, I can't remember if they were trying to wash her, and one time they washed her, blow dried her, and then cut her hair. Remember when they brought her in, the hair was all over, and I was like, what are they doing? So it was really...
Hey, Laura says, well, that's a dog. I thought it was a cat.
The cats are bigger than her. Yeah, no, the cats are. Show him. Look at his size. Look at how big Krusty is. He's huge.
Pigsy.
Okay, there's Pigsy. Look how big Pigsy's like a 15-pound. We've had these guys since kittens.
Look at this. This is almost as big as her.
No, she is bigger. When
She's really good. Pigsy is the one with the messed up tail. See the tail? She's like a bunny.
She's like her dad. So yeah, we used to call her Rabbit too. But she's so big she can't even get up there. All right, grab little butt that's growing. Grab Sarah, aka Panda Bear. She's starting to grow a little bit. Hi. Yeah, and there's Krusty. Show him how big Krusty is now. We call him Krusty, but that's Sunny Boy. But he's huge. He's as big as the 9-month-old now. Look at his size. What are you complaining about? You want to talk?
Oh, he's purring.
No, he purrs right away. He's a real suck up. Like immediately he's trying to... Oh. He's kind of crazy.
I know, but you're purring. They're purring.
Slick Rick was saying, good morning. We had a troll that came in earlier, a 6-day-old account coming in telling us to cover Bruce and what's up with Bruce and the money he owes to some vlogger.
That's okay. Trolls are well.
Oh, sure they are. Until they...
No, I mean, I'm serious. I'm not being facetious.
Okay, but it's a 6-day-old account, and it's the way they handled it. So we'll cover shit when we're going to cover it. It's a 6-day troll account. And sorry,
okay, now the Bruce
more
thing.
likely... Yeah, not
We're aware of what's going on, but you have to remember there's a lot of crap going on. If that makes any sense.
no. We're basically hypocrites, according to this person. Is exactly what it is. We'll cover one bullshit drama they said, but we
Well,
won't cover. And it's not.
you,
That's when I went off.
you can't cover everything, and also you have to remember too that
We'll
sometimes you can't go too far off the deep end. If that makes any sense.
we don't have to cover every single thing. This country's
Well, I
been
just said
upside down
there's
with
a
vloggers. That there's all kinds of
no.
shit
That's why I
going
said
on.
there's a lot of stuff going on.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
And
I understand
now
everybody has their own point of view, and honestly, we're aware of the Bruce thing, but
we're not
it's
following
not
other
even in.
vloggers.
What I'm
It's
saying
because another
is,
vlogger covered it, and
what I'm
we're
saying is, if we didn't know of Bruce, we wouldn't even know that he existed, nor any of these news. If that makes any sense. What I'm saying, he's on the far end. If that makes any sense. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
There's Papa Shango who thought that one thing was Cinolog. Eaton, I broke. My wife left me in the U.S. Right? Yeah, it's like his second one's like Eaton. I'm broke. My wife left me US and I owe money. So what's the point? Yeah, what's the point of getting, you evidently Eaton doesn't know who we are, aka another vlogger that we probably know. They're covering or coming in starting to bullshit. Probably the same person that came in on our last live that came in and kept trying to mention Jim twice. Brand new account too. It's
Well,
either
okay.
Jim himself.
Now, there's a difference between. Okay. Let's.
Yeah, because
First off, the
we
Bruce
don't.
thing. That's a different story.
That's
Now,
just outright
this
gossiping.
is
We've never
this
just
is
outright
different.
gossiped.
And what I mean by different, when some random person you've never heard of starts talking about a channel,
Mhm.
in all probability, that guy that owns the channel is the one is in the live. Like,
Correct.
hey, why don't you check out
Been around 5
Jim,
years.
which is me.
Correct.
You get it? It's
Mhm.
That's different. What I'm saying is those are
If
two different
another
scenarios.
2
But
or 3 channels are covering that, we don't give a fuck about that story. And it's not that we don't care about Bruce. What's the point of it? You're just outright gossiping. Us covering the shit we do, 99% is dealing with don't do this in the Philippines. Like the breastfeeding guy. Do not put your wife up like that and put your woman out like that. It's going to cost shit. People could approach you in the mall and that shit. There's a purpose to it. Why would you like us to cover Bruce owing money to a goddamn
now the wife
to another
breastfeeding again,
vlogger?
there's nothing wrong with it, really. There isn't. However, putting it on social media is a different level. And the reason why I say that is the sad part is, and the reality is, in all probability, 100%, if this guy meets
Good
up,
morning.
if this guy who posted it meets another guy and says, "Hey man, your wife has nice boobs." Guess what? Technically, he has no right to get angry because he posted it on the internet. And in all probability, the same guy is gonna like just without even saying anything. Point being is usually these guys that post first without thinking are the ones, as here and they say, "Oh well, magkasako," which means I'm gonna pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? No, really, that's the thing. That's the sad part is these people that post this kind of shit don't think ahead and don't even. Oh man, I saw your wife's boobs. They're really nice. I mean, that kills your right to be angry. Period. Because you posted it.
And then they usually end up upset about it later.
Correct.
Like that
Correct.
guy removing it now somebody said something. So then this Eaton Beaver guy comes through and he goes, "Oh, well, the truth hurts." Truth hurts about what? Why? Because you tell us we won't cover it because it's drama. Oh yeah, that's their thing. Is she down in there? They do get in there.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, the kittens are digging at. We pre-buy the cat litter and it's in boxes. He's probably just trying to get to it just to scratch at it, but she does get in there. They do tend to get down in the box. He could be digging at anything. They're just having fun, the cats. But anyways, nobody's hurt. We'll cover when we cover. And yeah. So it's just where it's at and stuff. But oh well, not really. It's just getting old, and there's a lot going on.
Now the thing about the Mendoza household is like there's always
Pussy
like
on pussy,
there's always pussy on hand.
pussy, pussy, and pussy.
Like I have my hand and I'm stroking my pussy right now.
Both of them,
Oh yeah.
not your own. Talking about mine.
Hmm.
Yeah, get your hand away. Look at George. George is all covered. All right. Hell, I would be a drama vlogger if I was vlogging, but I'm just a peeper. And I tell you, we're not saying we haven't covered it, but usually there's some rhyme or reason. And have we? Yeah, at least we're not denying it. But we'll bring the drama when we're fucking ready to bring the dramas, dude. That's the whole point. Don't come in here with no credibility. I said, come in as yourself. But
Okay.
more than likely, you got blocked.
Well,
is my guess.
Okay. Now, in all fairness, to
And they know why
anybody,
they got blocked.
to anybody and everybody, here's the reality of things. Again, I'm not picking on anybody, but this is a reality thing. No, I'm not trying to sell anything. The reality thing is if you're a tryhard, in all probability, a person is not going to do it. What I'm saying is, if
He went
in
for
real
cat
life,
food.
if you want somebody to sell your Mary Kay, you have to be gentle and you have to be nice in order for them to sell your Mary Kay. And then you have to say, "Oh, hey, you can get this Mary Kay car," But you can't get somebody to do crap if you say, "She goes sell my Mary Kay." You guys are a bunch of hypocrites. You get my
That's pretty
point.
good. That's how I did it.
No, that's the reality.
That's how I saw Avon.
I don't get it. Guys, again, and trolls included.
You
Again,
gonna buy my perfume?
Trolls are welcome. Again, most of the time we don't block you guys. But the reality thing is,
When you come in,
bees get more, more productivity with
well,
sweet
they thought
honey.
they could, and I did the right thing because as soon as I said something, they came back all nasty. It's like
Correct.
we're not
See,
going to
that's-
cover Bruce. So when you come in and say,
that's what I'm
"Well,
saying.
basically, it's
That's what I'm
because
saying. Don't be
that's the
nasty
problem,"
right away. I'm just giving you guys tips.
I'm still not going to keep them in there.
Point
there's a
is
different
no.
level.
I get it, but being is don't be nasty. Period. What's it gonna get you? Nothing really.
Well, the whole point is him coming back and saying basically we're hypocrites for not covering one drama.
Right.
Then he lost everything in a nutshell.
No,
And
right. And
then I
again,
come back and's like, okay, well, you lost all credibility because you're a 6-day-old account asking us about one of our members and something that other drama bullshit channels are covering. And it's funny, a lot of you guys watch those other channels. We don't mind that you watch those dark drama or the drama channels. Everybody loves drama. But don't come in and expect us to cover it because we had certain people on our channel in the past and you got us all twisted and shit. We will cover what we're going to cover, how we're going to cover. And if we want to go 24/7 made up drama, we will. But it's not going to be at the likes of a 6-day-old account.
I'm gonna cover my ick.
Mm-hmm. Sure you are.
Please.
Let's see, damage. I'm missing something. I went too far. Laura is in the house.
Hey,
Lack of
Laura.
Spot is in the house.
Hey, like a spot. How you doing?
Where's a toupee? Let's see. 1 second. I don't know. You're talking about that guy.
Oh, okay.
Wink, wink. Let's see. The guy in the thumbnail I've never seen before. There's a ton of them. He was in an expat forum. And I tell you what, once you've seen one age gap here, most of them are up there. Again, 10, 15, 20 years maybe, but some of these guys are in a 40-year age gap on TikTok.
My man.
Right. You would do it if I died in 6 months, which is all a possibility. Monday you'll know. You gonna have a 40-year age gap?
Shoot, I'm gonna do Mary.
You're gonna marry the dog?
Oh yeah.
Stop! You're shaking the table.
That's
dude.
some tight pussy. Mm-mm.
All right, George. Well,
Sure.
yep, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Tone it down, George,
Are you sure?
before you give away your fans only, Mary and George fan only page.
Here you
Weirdo.
go.
Yeah, what vlogger would? Yeah, 16,000 to Lynn. Yeah, especially in this country. So yeah, who's just giving out 300 or 400? I heard all kinds of stuff, but who knows what's actually real or not? Again, you realize how many people are doing wrong situations here.
Is that dollars or peso?
That's pesos.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, more than likely, it could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're
Don't
talking
get me
about
wrong. Even in
pesos.
pesos, that's a lot of money. A lot of people in America. I say America because again, I don't know other cultures, but most people in America don't have that much money. Fact.
1 second. So we have heard from Bruce. He actually is telling now.
Oh, hey, Bruce.
So more than likely, if you're watching, Bruce, more than likely that person is the guy. So, or he's another vlogger, such as Sick Grandpa, or one of the ones that we've blocked that are in our circle that are butt hurt because they go around talking about here lately the channels that I'm talking about keep saying we're toxic, or other people go to other channels and say how toxic we are.
Well,
It's because you're
technically,
butthurt.
that channel says or any other channel is toxic, pretty much.
Well, yeah, both of them do actually.
No, that's what I
They're
just
kind
said.
of
Yes.
in a.
See, the thing is, if you perceive other people as a toxic people, most of the people around you, in all probability, you need to look at yourself in a mirror.
Oh, really, Bruce? So here, 1 second, guys. I got to mute to tell George what's. All right, so now that we're filled in by what's going on, that's already been taken care of. So I believe the person, and it turns out that the vlogger is just talking shit just to grow his channel. And it turns out the other channel that talked about him is already down on Walking Street. Okay, so it's another Walking Street vlogger and another previous Walking Street
A
vlogger.
40-year-old channel.
Right. So either way, not going to cover it. You really think all that? Do you realize how much shit really goes down here? Oh, please. So,
No, Heidi's the queen.
and here's the deal. An update for those we were supposed to. I'm gonna let you know right now because my fucking nerves couldn't take it. Is that Carrie vlogger with the homeless expats? Turns out, yeah, don't even get my shit going on that. We were supposed to have two different girlfriends come on here that Carrie's been talking shit about. So she triggered me by posting walking street videos and saying Tatai, whatever his name is, Chris, Mike, or whatever the dude's name is, Tatai drunk
Okay.
druggy. No, you what? Oh, me covered. So, anyways, in a nutshell,
No. I'm not stopping you. I'm asking, where are they?
yeah, it's about ready to trigger me. So she posts that video, still calls the girls walking street girls. When it turns out, one, she couldn't even get the dog's name right till yesterday. She finally got
The
corrected.
dog's name is
Andre, not Audrey.
correct.
Had the whole goddamn
And honestly,
country calling the dog
from
Audrey.
the get go, Heidi already knew the dog's name.
Talk to the
but
girlfriend.
we're trying not to let the cat out of the bag per se.
But then,
But dog's name is Andre. It's a male dog.
so finally, the guy corrected him at the end of her live. So she kept doing live streams on him. And what's the word? I call it expose. You're talking about whatever she did, exonerate him, exacerbate him, exacerbate him, berates him, whatever she fucking did. So she puts him in a car and she takes him to some guy's house, and he's living now out in the middle of nowhere.
God forbid wherever she took him.
Well, I guess the other expat lives out there possibly. So he's like in a house. By the way, they got a video camera in his room. That'll tell you everything. There's a video camera in his room. I know. It's one like our white one. It's right in the middle of his table next to his bed. It's kind of weird. I'm assuming they don't trust him or something. So anyway, she moves him. So what did a previous expat say about her? She moves the people. Remember the blonde girl from Switzerland or wherever she was from? She puts her in a van with another expat and they leave with her. Haven't heard from her since. No other story, no other coverage. She picks that guy up from Cebu, asks for money. By the way, the other guy asked for crypto. So the guy,
Yes, please
Mash,
donate a Bitcoin to us. We'll be very
Yeah.
happy. Thank you so much
the
for your
other
support.
guy that works with her named Mash or Nash or whatever, that looks to be from India or something. They claim it's her boyfriend. That it actually makes any difference on this situation. He's got another channel. She finally, after months of everything being shown, we knew he was doing the editing and doing most of the recording at some point. And he puts his channel in there now. They're both double running the videos. And at the backside of his, please help the homeless expats here in the Philippines. If you can send crypto or Bitcoin or PayPal, and he's got them all listed to help the homeless expats in the Philippines. So they outright, it's just crazy. So now she's got another one hidden away and she just goes over there and does videos now. And so I guess the heat got bad over there, like a bunch of other vloggers were showing up and all that. So she takes her prize and she moves him somewhere else. So now he's living in some house with other expats that is owned by somebody in America, or I don't know, or Britain or something. I forgot where they said he was from. But it looks to be Filipinos running it. So maybe it's a Filipino family that just lives in Britain or something. Either way, so no, I was partially triggered because she went on to talk shit about these girls. And it turns out that he's the one. So I might as well say the deal. It turns out that he's the one that ripped both these girls off.
Okay, now what Heidi's talking about, because she didn't give you the guys the premise. When she says that she's talking crap about these girls, not everybody on Walking Street is a hooker, because Walking Street is a street, which means normal people go across it because it's the shortest route.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is, if you see a girl like in a school uniform, in all probability she's a student. You know what I'm saying? If you see a girl wearing banker's clothes, in all probability she's a banker. What I'm saying is, Walking Street or Red Street, I don't care what you call it, they're probably what they are. Not everybody on Walking Street is said, aka hooker, prostitute, whatever. That's so dumb. It's a
Both
street.
girls.
It's a street. Get over it. What the frick is wrong with you?
Yeah. So the deal is the one said, the one that he's heartbroken over, he cheated on her and then went with the other girl that has also talked to us since. She blocked Carrie. She won't have nothing to do with what's going on because of the way she's handling it. So Filipinos, if you go to Carrie's page, most of her recommendations are saying that she's just exposing people, using them. It's not slum vlogging. What is it she's doing?
Well, exploitation.
Well, there's another word for what she's doing. It's poverty porn. Poverty porn, whatever you want to call
Right.
it. It's the way she's doing it, and she never gets any of the stories straight. She 100%
Okay,
directs it in
now-
her
now,
narrative way.
The problem I have,
because every story we've checked out
Correct.
does not check out.
most of the stories don't check out, and I'm sorry, it doesn't take a genius to figure
Like
out there's
the Jewish
something
guy.
wrong with the story.
Like the
what I'm
Jewish
saying
guy,
is-
that was really weird.
Is if the story is the same, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, all of them.
Because you're not filtering
problems.
I'm talking to whoever's watching this channel or moderating or running that channel. If the story is the same, there's something wrong, not with the story. There's something wrong with you because you can't filter reality.
Without checking it out.
Guys and girls, it doesn't matter. The reality is not the same situation is the same. There's something wrong with you if you can't figure that out.
Yeah, this isn't where, like, what people don't understand is this channel's never been about the money. We helped a lot of people come here during the
it's never
pandemic.
about the money.
And it's clear it's about the money. And the fact that now her boyfriend, allegedly, several people have contacted, said, oh, that's definitely her boyfriend. Well, now we find out he's got his own page. We knew he had a big number on Facebook. Anybody can buy those numbers too. But he had a big number on Facebook. Turns out she's now posting his shit. It's double posting. And he's asking for money too. So what does that fucking tell you? They're both living together, both collecting on the same videos, both asking for money. And the fact that this situation, the man is an alcoholic. He looks to be a druggie. He's out there for a purpose. So he cheated on this girl, spent up all of his money. The second girlfriend, he totally abandoned. She gave him money. She put her car up for a loan. Now they're coming after her. There's all kinds of shit going on with both these women. He's broken my ass. He put himself in there. Does he deserve help as a human? Yeah, he does. I can see that. But don't go like sugarcoating it for him because you're trying to make money.
Don't paint the other person as a villain.
You realize how much money she's making right now, both of them, based on their own countrymen right now? And she's collecting this money.
Okay, now in all probability, a lot of people don't understand.
What'd she do? Buy a $10 dog bed, some dog food,
in all probability,
and brought him
the
chicken
vlogger
twice?
is the one profiting from this, not
We're talking
that
50,
guy.
60, 80,000 pesos. Why she's talking shit about two Filipinas that are both pretty much telling the same story. And he's been out there for like 2 years. This is not new. People knew that. Like his British friend that come to rescue him, his ass knew he was out there. Now that he's famous and on her channel and all these dog shelters are supporting her, here comes his friend. Where the fuck was he then? Now the fucker wants to get involved. You know what he went and did? He went and got beers for him. They were drinking in front of Carrie while she's laughing. So they actually sat there and had beers before they took him somewhere. He's evidently not mentally broken. He's drunken on something. So, you're conning the Filipino people
now
into giving you money.
Right. Now, this is
And
my
double
own
profiting?
opinion. This is my own opinion. Honestly, I don't mess with rugs, if that makes any sense. I really don't. And Heidi knows this. And I've always been a straight shooter for the most part. Because everybody, But here's the reality of things. The moment I saw this guy, again, I'm not picking on him, but he's on something. That's what I told Heidi. He's on something. The point is, the moment I saw him, his behavior and everything, he's on something. What I'm saying is, I don't usually say that because I'm really non-judgmental. But it's not vibes, it's behavior. His behavior tells me that he's on something. And what I'm saying is, if you're homeless and you're on something, obviously your priorities are effed up. Because if you're homeless, guess what? You're not going to buy something that's going to make you feel good, if that makes any sense. You're going to buy something that'll make your tummy feel good. Those are two different stories. But no, when I looked at this guy and his behavior, again, I'm not picking on anybody. And I'm not picking on homeless people because honestly, this has something to do.
No matter who, but she should help more of her own people.
Well, what I'm saying
and
is,
everybody's calling her
you
out.
should know who's what's what. Because honestly, if there's a homeless person that walks up to me, in all probability nowadays, keyword nowadays, I can tell whether you're trying to scam me, you're on something, or you're really down out of your luck.
And which was it for me when I approached you when passed you this morning in the bathroom?
Oh, when you say this morning, then
Yeah.
no. This is my bubby.
All the above.
But what I'm saying is, okay, now in all probability, when we first met,
That's your-
honestly, I shot her down right away. Not right away, but
well,
I did say no. No, no. But and Heidi won't
yeah.
disagree, and it has nothing to do with her in particular. It's her personality. I was like, okay, you know what?
Right, because
No.
we met. He was gassing up his vehicles. He had employees with him, and I'm going around the store. I gave him my number, and I said maybe we should go out later tonight or go out sometime because we sat there and talked for a little bit, and he did. It was a constant shooting down. I had to wait for him to finally contact me. Got to you, didn't I?
Well, what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter your weight class, because honestly, like I said, I've had fit, athletic persons.
I didn't say nothing about my weight. Where
I
are you coming up
know
with all of a
that.
sudden?
I'm not. I'm talking to the crowd.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying is, I've had fit, athletic women that have asked me for my number and I shut them down. Fact. Not because of what they look, it's because of how they carry themselves. Point being, it's how you carry yourself and how these expats that what's her name again? I'm not saying her name. Brings in her show. There's flags already, like, hey, look at me, look at me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Because honestly, most of the time when I watch her show, I'm like, I don't know about that. And guess what? In the backside, we hear other people like, you know that he has his own apartment, right? He's not homeless.
Right. Like the other stories we've been telling you. The one that she gave the laptop to recently, he's got a place. And she always lists them as homeless.
Correct.
Not just one, but multiples here lately. And he also, on her last channel, mentioned, I'm behind months on rent. How is a Filipino going to let you stay months in their place here in the Philippines? So to me, it was another grab at money. I think part of it is scripted. We're thinking there's something else going on. And he actually has a place, but he's also still with his wife. He went on, and then if you listen to their stories all the way through, he mentioned that she's just somewhere else taking care of a grandkid, but they're still married and still together.
And
He's there to beg on the street to get money. He's taking money from
right.
Filipinos all day long. And then you had the other one, that couple. He flat out was interviewed by 3 different vloggers, and it turns out that he had an apartment. He wasn't homeless. He was just begging on the street for money because he doesn't have a job, won't get a job, can't get a job. And then afterwards she gets him a bunch of food, hands him a couple thousand pesos per the people, and then he goes and gets his nails done, and he was with the girlfriend. So he didn't even break up. The one he blamed and she blamed for being a gold digger, they were still together. And you all watch that shit. You all just watch that shit, and you guys are still giving money to the girl, and it's like wake up, like this goddamn Trump shit. Wake the fuck up. It's like, what's up? It's just insane. So when I seen her blame the Filipino again and show the walking street thing, and then she did the live, and then she took them off somewhere, just like the guy said before, she hides them all. She puts them in a location that nobody else can get a hold of them anymore, and she gets the money from the people, and then she keeps just doing video after video, and she's done like 30 posts on that guy recently, and it's like, you know, and so it's just it is what it is. So I guess I got my to say my piece. So I decided we were going to have the girl come on, and then I'm like, there's no reason to put her through that. There really isn't, but it's kind of insane. So chia seeds are really good for heart health. Yeah, I put them in the oatmeal, and I make chia seed pudding. And me and George, the last few days, we're now doing like meal prepping. So they're pretty much all under 400 and something calories. And then we prep breakfasts and dinners and everything. So where they're all low sodium, high protein, it's got a balance of carbs, because we looked into some sort of meal delivery. It's like 10,000 pesos a month, but like the food was, I'll pass on most of it.
What? What's wrong with you?
I'm not eating Tio and brown
Tio-
rice.
Tio is that little
Fish
tiny,
paste.
like,
Oh, it's a little teeny fish.
It's a
Yeah, I'll
desiccated
pass.
fish.
And you're not giving me corn chowder for breakfast.
with lugao, which honestly is a delicacy, but it's a cheap ass delicacy. I'm just saying.
No, I can do my own pulled chicken and a sugar-free barbecue sauce over some quinoa and rice mix and mixed vegetables and still be under 400 calories and be more food than they could even deliver here.
Yeah, well, no,
So, and then we freeze them,
it was 10,000 pesos, I believe.
which is still high if you think about that.
Well, it's high, but
For a
I,
Filipino, that would be
no. What I'm
insane.
saying is, I did think about it, and I did like, well, you know what?
For a good Filipino to be making 20,000, 50,
It's
60% of the
still a good
country,
amount.
it
What I'm
is a
saying
lot.
is, it's they're not making as a big of a profit as you
But
think, but it's still a profit, you
with the
know.
with the price of groceries, and if you have an older
And
person and you have the income and it is for the upper
well,
crust,
what
you
I'm
could
saying
send it to
is,
your parents here.
as them, I would say I understand where they're coming from. However, as a buyer,
Oh yeah, kind of
I
did
don't
look like Bill
see the
Nye.
value. What I'm saying is, you guys need to get rid of that to you if you want to sell anybody,
Yeah,
because that to you itself will make even me as a Filipino like, you know what? Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
yeah. I
You get
mean,
my point, because the Tio, there's nothing wrong with Tio. I love
yeah,
Tio.
I've been
I do.
checked.
Honestly, I do. But it's not something I would partake in
It's just kind
if
of
I have to
weird.
pay.
10,000
Correct. If I have
pesos.
to pay 10,000 pesos, I'm
I
not. I'm out.
They had these
I'm out.
companies
Get
in
rid of that Tio.
America.
I'm going to tell you right now. You will sell more subscribers. Fact.
Yeah, we looked at the menu and stuff, and I'm like, no, we'll just do it ourselves because a
Well, yeah.
lot of the
I mean,
companies
I
there,
understand that
it's
you're
the
trying to
Philippines.
do a weight loss thing, but get rid of the Tio, man, because Tio is somewhat like a it's a, it's kind of like a got bad taste in people's mouths.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So George is the Black Nazarene. No, that's what it
Oh,
said. He came from Mexico. It was in the newspaper.
now here's the thing. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
Oh, with the black shirt, they're getting the Johnny Cash vibe. Somebody said Elvis, but I get the Johnny Cash vibe with the
Oh, I
shirt.
see. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I don't wear this all the time, so
Uh, my grandma used to say is for A is and B is
A
for
is for
ball,
apple,
P's for what?
right?
Mary looks good. Damn ads are in Spanish. That is weird. My Gemini the other day keeps speaking in Spanish or from India, and I was like, I have to correct it. And they're like, oh, we're sorry. And I'm like, well, why are you speaking in Spanish, and why the next day you're speaking to me? And it just doesn't make any sense.
That means it's delusional. The word is delusional for AI when they mess up stuff.
Did we ever watch The Cat Whisperer in Abu Dhabi? No, never seen that show. Adam
Well,
says Heidi.
there's
Yeah.
only one cat whisperer, but I think they're talking about when he was in Abu Dhabi.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Heidi's the queen. The end.
Second Wind's doing an ad for himself. You're hilarious. Hey, check out Second Wind. He's a badass vlogger. But seriously,
Right
right?
there, you go.
We
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to have some
You do
blatant
check out
people.
Second Win again, and Laura too. They have their own channels, and go check them out.
Yeah, but it's been weird how some people are blatant. And we were like, at least when regular guy used to come in, and we defended regular guy. He's still a subscriber. Every now and then, I think he's dropped in. Not in a while. He's possibly gotten butt hurt from some stuff recently. But, huh? Where? Which one?
No, just
Find the next one.
well, I don't know. What I'm saying is
Okay, I'm missing something. Oh, wait a minute. How long were we off? It just showed we got muted.
Well, you
Something
did.
happened to my.
You did. You did hit it.
Ah. Anyways, George the man.
No, he says my man, because I say my man.
Yeah, muted. So you should have been able to see that, but it lasted for a few minutes. So the whole point is we're back.
You did hit the button.
Bruce in the house. Second win. Muffle, muffle, muffle. Hey, Black Grandpa. Happy New Year's, Heidi and George. It seems like forever since I've seen your last live. Yeah. We'll probably be doing a live tomorrow, 2 in a row. Another one in 24 hours because we have an appointment on Monday. So I go in about blood work and seeing the cardiologist. It's been a little bit. So go back in again and get. I don't think they'll run that test tomorrow. They'll probably make me come back. It probably depends on how busy they are.
No, I mean,
But
in
it'll
all
probably
probability, they're not going to
reschedule.
run that test. No,
Yeah,
but they could.
they could.
I'm not saying they won't, but in all probability, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So Monday our regular live will be out and stuff. We're gonna try to get footage the best we can with being respectful to the office. So that's why we haven't before.
Into you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like over at Clark and everything. So because that's where we've been going, but it's a little further away and they are a lot more expensive. So these guys are super professional, highly recommended. So you know, we're not like super rich, so I'm not going to keep going where the costs are more. It's more expensive in that area. So, especially with self pay.
So, what's their name said something that I thought was interesting. Where is it? Did it move? Yeah.
Who just
No,
pissed
because
off
you guys are commenting, and again, of course, it's scrolling. But here's the thing. Somebody says struggle food. Oh, to you is struggle food again. I'm sorry if I don't know who said it because it's scrolling. But here's the thing. The interesting part is
You cut my calories down to 400. That's struggle,
no.
which is true.
See, here's the thing. I watch a channel. It's all about struggle food. Then I watch what they're cooking, and I'm like, bitch, that ain't struggle food. If you have to take 4 steps to cook your food, that's not, that shit ain't struggle food. You know what I'm saying?
What struggle?
If you have to get tuna and get eggs and get breading and then make shit up,
and peas, yeah, you were doing good.
that's not struggle food. I mean, what the frick is wrong with you?
Well, it's like the guy that has money, but being he's got 100,000 in loans, that's his shtick. He's talking about, well, I eat beef and chicken and tuna and potatoes and rice and pot. I was like, that ain't real.
Right.
That ain't the real struggle.
Struggle food is like noodles and ketchup, and that's homemade spaghetti.
Crackers and
That's
ramen noodle.
struggle food. If you have to take more steps than 4 steps to make the food, it ain't struggle food, bro. God, I swear to God. I was watching this struggle food channel, and the more I watch, the more I get pissed off. And again, obviously, this guy's never struggled because the shit he shows on his show is like
Sultan, evidently you haven't seen George over the last couple years. He has his days. And he has the right to, whether he's getting mad at me, whether it's, things that are going on. I mean, George has his breaking point.
yeah. If you're gonna
everybody
cook
does, whether
struggle
it's here or
food, that
America.
takes like
I
fucking
think he was talking
bragging,
about
panko breading.
earlier,
I
right?
know that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, really. There's struggle food channels out there that are fake, and I'm like, what the frick? You know what struggle food is? Going through your couch and going to freaking Taco Bell. That's struggle food.
God, remember when you could do that? Literally find $1, $2 in your purse
Yeah.
on accident or your pocket. You doing
Exactly.
laundry, like, shit, man, I'm going to Taco Bell, and that's what
Yeah,
we used to do.
because that's like when you
Get
have
a
roommates.
10-pack of
Because keyword
tacos.
roommates, and you're like, bro, I'm hungry, and everybody in the house looks for freaking change wherever nook and cranny, go through the couch and find 50
Mhm.
cents and shit,
You
and
haven't
then they
lived
buy
till then.
50 cents for a taco. Yes.
I remember one time I could tell a story that I had left. Both of my kids were under the age of 2 or 3. I was definitely under the age of 20. And I went to Florida and stayed with my sister. It was a bunch of roommates. All they did was go to the club at night, and most of them slept all day. Like, it didn't even seem like anybody had a job. I think they had some part time jobs. There was never anything in that house. Like, literally, they only ate either at the club or, like, I don't even know. There was nothing. Pretty much just cups to drink water. Yeah, each person went out and bought something, and I'd have to go up the street to 7-Eleven. As soon as you came through that door with a pack of ramen noodles and a bag of chips, they were all over you. You ever had roommates like that? Like, you come in and then you bring something in, and because there was nothing in the house situation. It's like college or something, but it was funny.
Yeah. Speaking of college,
And so I was just staying there for like 2, 3 weeks, but it was the weirdest time of my life because, like, every night starting at like 4 o'clock, they got ready for 2, 3 hours primping and getting dressed. It was like night at the Roxbury. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
When I lived in the University of California, actually, not, sorry, I don't know why I said California. When I lived in UCF dormitory, all we freaking ate was freaking pizza, non freaking stop, and it's
Sweet.
like 3 day old pizza, guys.
Oh man, the best.
But see, that's the thing, 3 day old pizza is still
Lifeline,
edible, and
right? Was
no,
it in or out of the refrigerator?
you kidding me? We just put in the oven.
Okay. That's
We don't even
pretty
put it in
much
the
right.
fridge.
Yeah.
We
It
put it
was
in the
a
oven.
lot of countries don't
And
refrigerate
I'm not
their
joking.
stuff.
I'm not lying. The reality is, when you go outside that
It's like a
dorm and open the
probiotic.
door, because here's the thing. The thing is, you're supposed to put your trash out in front of the door. Well, not at the front of the door, but next to the door. There's literally like a stack of pizza boxes up to your waist.
What can I ask you?
On
Why you were
average.
living in a dorm?
What do you mean? It's not a big deal. I did go to school here. Not
Okay.
here, over there.
Right. I'm just just for the
Yeah.
people, like you would tell me. I'm
No,
just
no, no.
questioning.
I did go to school over there.
Yeah.
But no, no, I live at a dorm in UCF. But point being is, no, you go outside the door and there's a stack of pizza boxes up to your waist, and that's not just our dorm. It's everybody's dorm. Like, they have stacks of pizza boxes up to their waist.
Yeah.
That's like regular food.
Wow. Raymond says, I saw an elderly Filipino man with no shoes. Those are the ones worth helping. Correct. Gave him some food and some pesos, snack and water. He started crying. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond.
No, and that's what we do.
That's
And
good. That's really good.
9 out of 10 times you won't even catch it on our camera. It just happens to be somebody walks up to us when the camera's on.
Well,
And she has done that. Carrie has, but rarely. Like, she went walking through Walking Street randomly handing chicken out to people. But she hunts those people down. It's weird. And it's like,
right.
but 99% they're expats because their money, it's all about the money and showing how these rich, and she keeps talking about how rich they are. This guy, and she claims this last guy was rich. And somebody's like, he was not rich. Oh, he ran a business and he had a lot of money. And no, he never really did. He wasn't even, but to her, I guess it looked like he had money
Well,
at some point because she said he bought a new motorcycle. That doesn't make somebody
now,
rich here.
now what Heidi's saying, there's a bit of truth to it. For example, like me, I used to bring a lot of kids to these eateries and pay for their food, and again, it's no big deal. And most
That's
of the time,
exactly what
most of the
guy
time, I don't show it on camera because that's not what it's about.
did. Yeah.
But here's the reality.
Yeah, we set a budget aside.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, make sure every month we do something. The dog shelter. And then I gave George money the other day, and I'm like, because we had went to the bank, and I'm like, be sure to give this out to the
Right.
kids, buy
Now-
snacks and help people.
Now,
when
here's the
you're out and about.
reality. The reality is, there's two types of people here. One of them kind of turned me off. What I'm saying is, when I did this, because I was feeding this this kid, the seller actually started saying, "Hey, hey pops, he's gonna pay for your food." And I'm like, "Wait, what? I didn't sign up for that." Obviously, the guy has money. He has money in his hand. He was gonna pay for the
That
food.
happens
Now
too.
all of a
Then
sudden,
we
you
just
put
call
me
them an
you
asshole.
you put me on the spot. I'm gonna pay for him. Doesn't mean I'm a vlogger. Doesn't mean I have money coming out of my ass.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin, which again I appreciate whoever you are. Actually, I know their name, but I'm not going to mention it. There's this other seller that says, "Don't let him take advantage of you."
And you got to be careful. There are some people that are already on the
Well,
street that know how to take advantage.
that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
said, "Don't let them take advantage of you."
Yeah, they know
Point
probably. Yeah.
point being is they know.
They hang out
And
at those stands waiting for people.
correct. So you guys have to take both sides, and there's the middle too. But reality is they know more than you do. Fact. And
Yeah.
then I'm not picking on anybody, but the reality is they know more than you do. Than as far as street smarts are concerned.
There are two type of vloggers I can't stand here. The one that exposes all walking street to sexpats and
Well,
the poverty
those are
porn
called
ones that go
sexpat
into the
vloggers.
porn
Yeah.
area, whether they are anybody in that area. And the other ones are the ones that go to the very poor areas. Filipinos and expats do it. And they walk through showing how bad off they are, which is really bad, the trash, everything. And the ones that are doing what Carrie's doing. And she's only 99% helping expats that are, and there's a bunch of them out there, and she only keeps finding the ones that are hurt by Filipinos. And it's not the full stories. We talk to these girls. We have audio of this other girl, and it's kind of sad. It really is. And those are the two I can't stand at all.
Well, the true story is it's not a story that.
And the guy did get his nails done and went out to eat and put it on his page. He's a vlogger. So I told you on that one, he claimed that his girlfriend was crazy and he was stuck in the house with a bunch of her family. It turns out they were living together and he had an apartment, and it was all lies. And people kept dumping money to her and stuff. Nobody took the time to look up to see what was up with the guy. And then he showed photos of himself getting his nails and their feet done. And I was like, wow. And it was within the day of her giving him money. Kind of insane. So, one second here. One moment, guys. All right. You can pull yourself in. You can pull yourself in. Sure. Pull yourself in. You want? Will you stop? It's going to be a few minutes. I'm going to get you breakfast. George.
Hey guys.
That's great.
What? So anyway, like I said, like spot. So anyway, Sultan says noodles and ketchup. George, you scarred me again. Well, that's the reality. You want some cheap ass spaghetti? You cook ramen without the soup. I mean, you obviously boil the noodles. You don't put the condiments in or whatever, and then take it out and then squirt some ketchup, and there's your spaghetti, as they say. Um, that's struggle food. That's real struggle food. You know what I'm saying? Um, Adamanic Cat says freeze leftover pizza and heat it up whenever you want to. I get that. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I get that. Simon says I had a feel good moment this week. Old man in a walker came out of the mall smiling, says Santa. Oh, that's cute. It says Santa. That's cute. Simon says, man, the joy in his face. I ate and talked to him for a bit. But it says, want some lasagna? Right? Man, I would kill for lasagna right now, honestly.
Yeah, by the time you buy the ingredients here, I thought about
Cheese. Cheese is expensive here. Cheese is
making.
expensive
Here's
here.
the thing, though. The
Cheese is premium.
I was going to make the ice cream. I've got check it out. I've got these new molds and stuff that have characters in it. And by the time I buy the cream, the milk, and I've already got the sugar, it's going to be more than just buying the sugar-free, low-fat ice cream. I just paid $10 for a quart of ice cream. And by the time I buy the dairy and the real items to make my own ice cream bars, I might as well, short of the chemicals.
Well, that's the reality. It doesn't matter what country you're
Yeah,
in.
see.
The
Well,
thing
it's an
is,
import,
if
too,
you're
so-
gonna cook something, it's always cost more. But remember, here, most of the stuff you're accustomed to are imports.
Yeah,
They
the
can't
import.
see you.
Well, go ahead. I was just showing.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that was almost 600 pesos, so $12. But in America, it's probably $6 or $7.
No,
So-
no. I mean, again, remember what's normal to you guys when you arrive here. It's an import because you're so far away, and what's you're not used to are not imports because you're right here. And also remember, Chinese crap, aka Amazon, are cheaper here than it is over there. Now there's some things that, like for example, electronics. Most of the time, they're about the same price. But I would say there's a 50-50 chance. I wouldn't say 70-30, but 50-50 chance that again they're cheaper there. You know what I'm saying? I would say there's a 50% chance they're cheaper there. I mean here. That's what I meant. Sorry.
You need a bottle of water?
No, I'm okay right now. Thank you though. Only said struggle food because you said tuyo is that dried fish. Would not be so good to be included in somewhat expensive food. Correct. Subscription service. I like it, but salted fish is fairly basic.
It is.
Filipino
A lot of
food.
the food I listed were struggle
Right.
food.
No.
It didn't-
Right. No. The struggle. Now the tuyo again. If you're charging that much,
Yeah.
again, if you're watching, I doubt it. If you're watching for those ones providing that service, get rid of that teal. I'm gonna tell you right now, you get more customers that way. But teal is viewed as a poor man's food. But if you put it on a 10,000 peso per month, I get it. To most expats are like, oh, what are you doing? What are you complaining? It's cheap as shit. Yeah, I get that, but that's not what it's about. It's a lot of money here. 10,000 pesos is for the most part. Most Filipinos pay 7,000 pesos in rent. You know what I'm saying? So if you're paying 10,000 pesos, ooh, hot.
What happened there, George?
It's hot.
Yeah, that's. It got hot.
Yeah, she handed me some really hot food.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I should have warned you that it was. So it's scrambled eggs with onion,
Heidi has iron fingers like most moms do, just so you guys know.
and that is supposed to be a French toast, but basically it's an egg bake with blueberries, cinnamon, and some cream cheese. So it's homemade cream cheese and peaches on the side. So that is still 400 calories. So yeah, I'm just prepping.
Oh dang! I haven't heard that in a while. Second one says
Yes, I should have the
insane
mic
in the
on.
membrane. Wow.
He kind of went there insane in the membrane.
I haven't heard that crap in a long time. Oh my god.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
insane
that's
in the
really good,
membrane.
Aiden. I lost 20 kg in 3 months with injections. Only downside is nausea. I will talk to the doctor again. The only problem is going to be is here. It's about 200-300 a month, and that's a big cut into our income to pay that much just for an injection. If I would just cut out on my donuts and try to move a little bit more, it might help. But with the steroids and other things, I just don't think the shot's worth that. And then you really need to be on it permanently because it's supposed to cancel out the food noise and not make you hungry. And that means you're going to need it for the rest of your life. Those that are using it right now, there's downfalls to that. There's a lot of side effects. I take a lot of medicine. I got congestive heart failure. And with the other meds I'm taking, I'm pretty sure it's still going to be a no from this guy. But where to come up with $300 extra a month just to have one medication? It could be with this new test, I may need a fourth medication that costs $300 a month. So I'm not going to put $600 a month into our budget. That's insane. So I'm just going to have to do it naturally. And the reason I'm doing this is not for weight loss. We're doing this because of the sodium and how I'm limited on certain foods now. So this is just to make sure that if George isn't here or something, or vice versa, he comes in at different hours from visiting his family, he can just heat up a breakfast or this. And here, why don't you try?
Yeah. Now, just real quick. Buttaboo says you should buy some goats for goat butter and cheese. Now, I'm not I'm not downing any goat products. I'm not. However, it is an acquired taste. If you had goat milk and goat cheese, it's not your typical goat cheese, and it's not your typical milk.
Open up. Is it hot?
Yeah, they're an acquired taste. That's what I'm getting at.
That is true.
Now,
How was that?
it's good.
Could use more cream, huh? Yeah, there's not a lot of butters but it should be.
What's that?
That's just eggs. Here, put your finger on there, make sure it's not hot. I'm not going to keep putting my
No,
finger.
it's okay. I'm sure it's fine.
Here, put your lips first, make sure it's not hot, or it could be hot.
No, egg doesn't hold heat that much, though.
It does. So,
That's really good, though.
yeah, there's no. So, both of them
Is
include.
that onions?
Yeah, it's got onions in it. It's got onions, and I created a season without salt that is nutritional yeast, onions that I've dehydrated, garlic that's dehydrated, and it's blended together. And I put, in other words, it's like a Mrs. Dash, but with the
Oh yeah.
and dill. So the dill's in it, and it seasons everything. But
Yeah. Segment says SNR had frozen Stouffer's lasagna. Now here's the thing. True story, and Heidi will
I love
attest to this.
dealies.
Heidi showed me some banquet. You know, banquet, that cheap ass shit.
We got it the other day.
Yeah. Heidi bought some banquet
from SNR
sausage,
the other day.
and I got excited.
He did. He's
No,
gonna have to wait
I'm
till
not.
next week.
Because you have to guys remember what's common to you guys when you arrive here. It's not common anymore.
Right. So you're dealing with the Filipino sausage, and it doesn't have that kind of flavor.
Well, it's not the same. Yeah, I mean, obviously.
And I'm not supposed to have processed meats, but I told him if we put 2 pieces with each of the breakfasts and I don't eat it every day, I said it shows it's only got so much sodium, so much fat. And I believe, so in other words, it'll be a treat. And it's not like I'm sitting down eating all 10 pieces at once or something. So if it's done, like somebody said, you do it within, I'm forgetting my words. What do they call that? Yeah, it's about the quantity and stuff. Because I seen one of those shows the other day. It blew my mind. Like this woman sat down in the show and she ate like 8 eggs. It was crazy. She ate like 8 eggs, and it was like a whole pound of bacon and a bunch of sausage and biscuits. I'm like, where did they put that shit?
But Abu
So-
says, honestly, I can eat for 10,000 pesos a month in the U.S. Well, yeah, of course. And then second one says, to get 300 a month, have George doing OnlyFans.
Right? You may have to if we need both these meds. Heidi, what worked for me was 25,000 steps, 2-hour morning walk, and 2-hour. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I haven't been able to do that for the last couple years. One, I need knee replacement. And it's not only from the weight gain, weight loss, it's from years of all my jobs, lifting patients, where I worked in group homes, nursing home, and a neurological center, and just standing all the time. So extensive weight loss, extensive weight gain. So it is what it is on that. And diagnosed with lupus, which has officially been about 6 years ago. And I've tried without meloxicam and steroids. I can barely get around the house. And with congestive heart failure, it's been harder to breathe the last few months. So I am moving. I do have a full day. I like George says, he lets me do my thing. He keeps trying to help all the time, but he's right. If I don't do it, then I'm just going to lay down and feel sorry for myself and use my illness as a crutch. And I don't want to do that either. So we will be releasing, we keep saying it. We have 2 videos prepared to release. I was supposed to release one last night and I fell asleep. George always falls asleep. What do you think? Is that horrible?
Horrible.
So it looks like so yeah. It's like I said, it's made with blueberries, eggs. It's just an egg bake it's short. It's a French toast tasting, but you're not adding bread to it. So it's all protein and stuff.
Full disclosure, we're going to release a video of me eating.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the other one. And we have one coming with an expat on his health problems.
There's actually something that I forgot. And what I mean is I can't take it back.
Oh, boy.
I ate some lumpia. And I said, this is lumpia. Let's see how it tastes. And I just kept on eating. I didn't say how good it was or anything. You know why? Because it was that freaking good. I was like, oh my God, that's so good. You get it?
Yeah. So let me address this real quick is that I am making strides. I've got a meter that I have that goes around my neck attached to the phone. And I'm definitely not getting even near a couple thousand. But I do go out twice a day. And I can get around part-time in a mall. Like I can walk and stay up for so long. But with my health conditions, not even to mention my sciatic nerve and my other medical issues, the lupus is killing me too. So, I see. Yeah, no, I got that. But at least they're being respectful. That's the difference. The other person came right at us. So, nope, I appreciate it, Aiden. So, yeah, I don't know too many people that are healthy that do 2-hour walk. That's a little high. What about, have you heard people going out walking around for 2 hours at a time? It's a little out there.
It's okay. I would
because
say
they say 10,000 steps.
It's
a day,
above
25.
average. It's above average. Now, a 2-hour walk, that means 1 hour to and 1 hour back. That means these are hikers.
But
this is above average behavior.
Yeah.
Trust me, I was athletic in the U.S.
And he still does get around. I doubt.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you watch our old videos, you'll see me fit. But no, I was athletic in the U.S. And even my friends don't do that.
And George can attest for the last 6 years, I've kept probably 90% of the stuff in our house pretty healthy. It's not like we've got tons of donuts and chips and we junk out.
And also, you have to remember, we're old. I mean,
yeah, so it's,
we're over the hump. Reality is, I don't care who you are, what you are. Once you pass that hump,
working on it for
things
sure.
go down. They just go down. If you don't believe that, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, earlier, guys, sorry about that. Yeah, I went to say something, went back, and then still had it muted. We were just saying about the vloggers that come in the room, and at least some of them will come in and drop stickers, say hi, they subscribe to our channel. Then them guys are more than welcome. But the ones that aren't subscribed and don't participate and come in and talk shit and talk more shit and come in for member grabs, which they did. By the way, there's a lot of channels that joined into our channel when they had nobody. And the people that were in our room followed them back over because we were like, hey, this is a good person. We watch them. And it was, like I said, it was never about becoming rich. But then the bitches kept coming back in the room and then announcing they were doing this or, hide all of our people and making sure everybody knew that. It was like, oh, wait a minute. Now you're just taking over the channel. And we're too small for someone to come in and do that. So, again, we don't have a 200,000-300,000 and, where people drowned out and shit. No, they were trying to multiple channels tried to take over. And
yeah, well, Second Wind says 2 hours would kill him. No. Again, that's that's way above average.
And to pose it to somebody like me that people already know, there's nobody, not one person in this room that I know of that's got congestive heart failure that's serious and got lupus and overweight. And I'm overweight, and the amount of weight I've gained recently is mostly because of my congestive heart failure.
No, it's overkill. If you think that's normal
and
at our age,
bad knees,
there's something wrong with
you. And totally messed up back and sciatic nerve. I've got so many major medical problems right now to sit there and exercise 2 hours a day I can't do that. My day's busy from morning to night. So where am I going to get
Yeah.
4 hours a day to go for a walk, retired or not.
And
I'm
like I
not.
said, I was a very active person, and honestly,
But I mean, I
I still think
appreciate
about buying a skateboard. The reason why I don't buy a skateboard is because if you skateboard in the Philippines, you're asking for like you might as well just jump off a bridge.
Speaking of jumping off
No,
the
really.
bridge,
What I'm saying is, I would have a skateboard right now if I knew I wasn't gonna get X-nayed, get run over, or anything like that. That's the reality of things. Because I do think about it a lot, and obviously my left side of the brain prevails. So like, George, you're gonna die if you're gonna buy that skateboard. You know that, right?
here ain't the rest of your.
No, again, 2 hours is
Speaking of breaking
it's a
the
way
law,
above average.
take the e-trike to the hospital and test the law. They're saying now, and it's kind of like the Carrie shit. Once other shit comes out, I'm like, fuck covering that story anymore. Because it just gets old. So now they're backpedaling and they're saying it's only for Metro Manila. I don't even trust anything anymore. They said
Okay,
it was
well,
all the Philippines. Now they're saying it's only Metro Manila.
Now
So which
I
is it?
haven't really seen e-trikes confiscated here, where we're at, and in Angeles City. Fact. Literally, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. But in Metro Manila, it happens a lot.
I'd be breaking the law if I was.
Now,
if I
here's
was,
the thing. I see a lot of bad e-trike drivers because, again, they don't know the law. And honestly, you shouldn't be driving an e-trike if you don't have a license. Fact. That's my personal opinion. And the reason why I say that is because if you actually drive cars and you have these e-trike drivers drive around in front of you, you'll know exactly why they need to have education.
if my ass wasn't so big and I could get behind the e-trike, my ass would be out there breaking the law right now.
Yeah.
It is small. I've seen expats that are way smaller than me that can barely get behind these bikes. So
it's still January and our e-trike's been like grounded.
that's true.
And honestly, I'm waiting
You
after
better be
January.
like 5'7"
and then
under
I'm gonna
200
contact
pounds.
somebody to say, hey, what about this e-trike? And what I'm saying is, should we register it or not? What I'm saying is, I'm waiting for the blowback to happen first.
As soon as I
before we
get this
do
weight
anything.
off of me, I'm gonna be all over the place on that e-trike.
Well, that's not the point. Point
oh,
is,
it's a point. I'd be out there
what I'm
testing.
saying is, this has nothing to do with you as far as the law is concerned.
But no international law applies to me. It's only my conscious. No, that's not the word. Oh, it's only my veracity or my chillness that keeps me from doing more. No international laws, no Filipino laws hold me back.
anyway.
It is my weight loss. That's the only thing keeps me from breaking the law.
Yeah, no, but the boo says I
it's like
would not
getting in the-
skateboard on a Philippine. No, you're asking to. Again, honestly, Heidi will agree to this and say, yeah, he did that.
Mhm.
And actually, she got mad at
There
me
are
because
videos, yeah.
what I'm saying is, I took the cars, plural, to get serviced, and I drop them off, and I ride home in a skateboard. And
That's
Heidi
true.
says, "Why didn't you call me? I could have just picked you up."
Yeah.
And I said, "I don't have to. I
That's
just
when we
ride
were
my skateboard.
dating.
No big deal."
And I used to get mad. I'm like,
But point is, again, I would not dare do that here in the Philippines because I know I'm gonna get. No, really, you will.
Heidi, were you required to make an appointment first with your 2D echo? I'm set up for. This is what they have on file: is doctor, blood, and echo. But it doesn't mean they're going to do them all in one day. So, yes, of course. A lot of people claim you might be able to walk in out in the province and get stuff done, but there's still yes. Initially, he asked me to bring a test from the other doctor, and I'm like, no, I'm going to have you order it. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it. So they thought I was coming in with something like the paperwork from Clark, and I said, no, I'm going to have you go over. Technically, this is our second opinion. So Clark's already taken X-rays, told me about the water in my lungs and in my upper body and all that, and they can see the problems per the blood work. Now I want a second opinion and to have an echo done. It's been quite some time, so I want to see what the new meds have been doing, see if they want different meds, because the guy's highly recommended. So no, I set it up, and they're an all-in-one cardiologist clinic. It's a modern day clinic that does blood work. And the good thing is this clinic will also, they've got a blood van. So being I'm on meds that require them to keep track on stuff, they can just come to me in a few months that way. And then I'll do it every 6 months with them. So I think that's pretty cool that they'll come and do the blood work like they did during the pandemic. So, but I'm hoping so too. I was telling George weirdly, my oxygen's been down to 90 through the week, and now it's up. I had a good day, part of a day yesterday, and today my oxygen's looking good. And I said, here's up and coming my appointment on Monday. I'll walk into this new clinic talking about this, and that's wrong. And then they won't find anything wrong. And I guess that's just me being, it's like, oh, good. So I'm staying positive. You enjoying your Weight Watcher menu there?
It's horrible.
Right. So, and then blueberries might kick back on you. It's a joke. Because your stomach, babe. At least it's not oatmeal. You gonna skip oatmeal week? No, George's stomach, ever since we've met and everything, like every time he can't go out or anything when it comes to that because it's the oatmeal gets him. The oatmeal bug gets you, doesn't it, George?
I don't know what it is, but oatmeal always does me in.
I mean, I get that it's fiber or whatever. All struggle food is the trash food recooked in the slum streets. Yeah, I can't do any more street food. I used to have George bring it to me all the time during the pandemic, but every year it just seems like my medical condition's worsening. Anything I eat like that is just, pag, yeah. Noodles and ketchup, right?
Right? That's pug scary.
Pug sketty. I feel a good moment this week. Old man in a walker came out of the mall, smiled, and said, Santa. Okay.
What was the other struggle food with the Doritos? How does that work?
You talking about where you have the tomato sauce and the hamburger and you pour it on top and put the cheese, almost like nachos in itself?
No, that's not it. That's the one where
that's good. I wouldn't call that a struggle
noodles
food.
in the Doritos bag, and then you crush the Doritos with the noodles in there and just shake it.
George is talking about his prison food.
I wouldn't
prison
know.
bake.
I'm just saying.
Well, probably some of your roommates were in jail, county jail, and that's what we do in county jail and prison.
Actually, not my roommates. It would be my employees.
Well, okay. Yeah. So they've been in county jail. That's just not a.
I wouldn't know.
Jail food. Yeah. That's what you had for breakfast 3 days ago.
Yeah, I guess that's mac and cheese. I guess I don't know. I really don't know.
SNR had frozen Stouffer's. Yeah, it's expensive. He said he spent $22,000.
No, I was excited over a banquet, guys. I mean, I'm just saying because it's been so long. I was like, banquet? What?
They've been talking about bringing Amazon here forever. What part of it is here already? I think they claim there are some warehouses here. I don't know.
No, there's some warehouse here, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
it's like
the goat cheese I had is very salty. And it's gamey. Anytime you get down to goats or lamb,
right? The salt is to cover the taste.
Those animals
it has a
for
funny
the cheese.
Taste.
Now, I've been known to make our own soft cheese, cottage cheese, and cream cheese because there is a ton of salt and chemical in the stuff we're buying. And it's $4 a block, $3 to $4 for the cream cheese that I add to stuff. But if I just buy like $100 or $2 worth of milk, then I can make it with just some lemon juice or vinegar.
I'm not knocking down goat. I'm really not. But guys,
he picks on the goats.
If you buy goat, make sure you buy it early freaking morning because they will sell that goat all the way through the entire day without refrigeration.
George hate goat.
And I'm not picking on any particular seller, but this common thing. They will sell that freaking goat all day without refrigeration. So think about that.
Yeah, Buttaboo, I don't know what Trulicity is, and I don't know why they would sell it at 16. I can't even tell you what that is. What is it, a GLP, a bottle of injection or something? But it doesn't sound good to me. All I know is the one they've been talking about putting me on is close to $200 to $300. It depends on who has it. So I don't even know what Trulicity is.
I honestly don't know.
I have no idea.
I wouldn't know.
I'm going to pretend that we know.
Linda says Frito pie. Is that what it's called?
And here's another thing. It's a once a week injection. So I'm not aware they sell 1 week at a time. So unless you're just talking about that's how much it costs in a breakdown, it's sold per pen.
Well, here's also another thing. There's a
Yeah, this is
motorcycle
a
lane.
different.
There's a bike lane. There's a motorcycle lane. Guess what? Motorcyclists don't use that lane.
Yeah, it's a glutide. Either way you look at it.
Something says, "Are you suffering skateboard withdrawal?" Okay, George. Kind of, not necessarily. I don't want to die yet. I'm just saying. Same thing with a bicycle. There's no different. Honestly, bicycles are extremely rare. For two reasons. One, the bicycles they sell here are shit. Not really. I'm not lying. The bicycles they sell here are shit. Don't buy bicycles here unless you know what
Yeah,
you're doing.
so that
Unless you
is
have that bicycle
weekly
built,
16.
don't buy a bicycle pre-built.
16,
That's all I'm saying. And then second, you're gonna get
3,
X-nayed the moment you go out on the street.
32.
I'm not joking. If I can barely see a motorcycle in the street, what makes you think I can see a bicycle? Because guess what? You're gonna be sharing the same road.
Okay, so 6,400.
Because the bicycle lane are usually occupied by cars.
All right, well that's a little better, about $115 a month. But yeah. It's not quite Ozempic or the other one.
But Abu says, but diet microwave meals here, half the food, double the price. That's the same anywhere. They still here. If you go to 7-Eleven, you can purchase meals. That's the same thing. Like for 120 pesos, you can buy sisig. But if you buy it from a person selling sisig, you get double the amount. That's why I don't even try them, and they're not that good. I've tried them only just because to try them, and they're not that good. They have a tocino there. They have tocino, longanisa. They have sisig. I believe 7-Eleven sells them.
That's George.
They're not good. The only thing that's decent is their fried chicken, but their fried chicken you have to get it fresh.
Hey George, how's your 10,000 calorie a day breakfast going?
Oh, I'm done.
Right.
I'm already like 10,001. I'm over it. Literally.
Yeah, no, that's and even if we prep the meals right, that's still only 1,200 calories, and now we just do the popcorn or something else.
Oh my god, I want popcorn.
Yeah, you're not getting any popcorn. You're cut off. He's a popcorn monster.
Yeah, I love
Nope.
popcorn.
You had a chance yesterday for movie and popcorn, and you fell asleep again. Who here has peripheral neuropathy? Yeah, me. That's another issue. If it's there, it actually exists. So on top of that, yeah,
Get Lyrica or pregabalin.
yeah, I'll pass on that. Was on that shit for years.
Well, no, it's not
but
for everybody.
yeah.
Obviously.
Nope, was, and it caused issues. And that's what I was starting to say earlier. We have two videos. We have his out and about where he's eating, and we have an expat that talked about all of his medical problems that George ran into, which will probably bring us into a medical
Oh my
live
god,
stream.
I should go back to that place and eat more. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love food. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, for those that don't know, the peripheral neuropathy, basically it's tingling and the burning, and it can be throughout your body. Like me, it happens based on the sciatic nerve, like my whole left leg. And by the way, other heart patients have a lot of those same problems. But I got bit by a brown recluse spider out in the Ozark years and years ago, almost lost my leg, and it still leaks. Like it reopens. There's an oversized hole. And they probably could have shoved
brown
three golf
recluse
balls all the way down to the
causes,
bone.
you know, it rots you literally. So no, it's gangrene and all that.
Right. So the neuropathy is usually
Necrosis.
burning and
So
my right leg all by itself
Right.
because of the spider
you,
bite
you
I'm
still
dealing with.
feel the
That.
pain?
Oh hell yeah.
No, this is not a joke.
Yeah, no,
This
it
is real.
It opened up and
You
I
can
was
be
in hospital
healed.
for a
You
while.
will still feel the pain. I'm not joking.
There's
This
still
is
a
a
hole.
real
There's
thing.
only a small piece of skin, went
Yeah.
all the way down to a bone, and every day with a scalpel they dug inside that hole.
Actually, Heidi's lucky she didn't lose the leg. I'm just
They said
saying.
at that time, if I was not as big as I was, and I'm about this big now because I've gained weight since I've been here. They said I'd have lost my leg. I was just in the age of the spider.
Yeah, now here's the thing.
Being big saved my life.
No. See, here's the thing. There's a thing called big bone, and that's not a. Oh, you're talking about fat people. No. There's big bone people. Heidi, because I met her.
When I
she-
weigh 200 pounds,
Right,
I can wear
right.
a medium clothes.
What I'm saying
so
is,
I'm
you can
6 foot
if you're
tall.
big boned, you're big boned. You cannot avoid the weight because guess what? Heidi's first off is 6 foot, and second off, she's big boned. What I'm saying is, she has German in her.
I'm
And
big right
a lot
now,
of people
but
don't
I ain't gonna
realize
deny that.
when they say big bone, we're talking about big, stocky people. We're talking about people who can beat your ass. I'm not joking. I'm
Yes,
not joking.
we could see through those glasses.
You know
It's
what I'm
been
saying?
rough, and now with me on the steroids and can't get off of
And what I'm
them,
saying is, doesn't matter how thin you are. If you're big bone, you're still going to be heavy. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's a body type, guys.
everything
Get
is
over it.
actually shifting because we discussed. If you look at me from a year,
No.
2 years
Here's an
ago,
example.
whole different person.
Here's an example.
Than I
Like
was,
me,
but I'm the same weight.
my weight never changes. This is a reality. But if you watch our old videos,
Mine's like water
I'm
weight.
skinny. I weigh the same.
Not all of it. I ain't gonna blame
guess
it on
what?
you.
I have a gut now.
Blame
You
on
get it?
the rain.
I weigh the same, but I look fat now. But I weigh the same. That's the reality of things. That's what happened. That's what happened at old age. Reality.
Oh, Garfield. He was talking about the kitten from earlier. Yeah, he does. He's all orange. He's
Oh.
the only cat that's pure orange. It's
Oh.
nap time. They're all dispersed. It's anything after 10. They'll sleep for a few hours. They'll get up. If we even think about laying down and watching shows later, oh, babe, don't. They're sleeping. I wouldn't disturb them all.
Aw.
They'll come running. Yeah, you have to call for them better than that, but they're all upstairs.
I got a cat.
You don't have no cat. You got somebody's puppy. Who clipped that hair? Look how white she is now. She's been using her.
She's so proud.
Oh, Frito pie. That's what my dad used to make all the time. Yeah, diet microwave meals here, half the food, double the price. That's why I decided like all these containers are microwavable really thick and it's the right space. So I figured for 2 days I'm going to prep types of breakfast and two types of dinners and we'll interchange them and we've got the deep freezer and the space and the refrigerator space that way we just grab them instead of where like I was getting so tired or there was something going on with George we were ordering stuff and it wasn't every day like people were trying to guess but it probably happened at least twice a week so and then George tends to eat junk out and about. You gotta stop doing that.
So Sultan says, no skateboard, no bicycle. What else I shouldn't be doing, Clea George? Is walking there safe? Well,
No, not really. Just kidding.
I'm
Yeah.
not. Okay, of course you have to do common sense. Depends on where you're at. For example, if you're in a subdivision, it doesn't matter. You can ride your bicycle in your subdivision, but on the main road, I don't recommend it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. Just use common sense.
Oh, they're talking about Jiffy popcorn.
Yeah, for example, here's an example. And Scott, you guys saw my interview with Scott, right? Now, when I first met Scott, I picked him up from the airport. And to and from the airport, there's this location where there's this random stop sign in the middle of nowhere. And there's no reason for that stop sign. I hate to say this. I know it's kind of weird. But the moment you don't follow that stop sign is when shit's going to happen. You're like in the middle of nowhere. There's a stop sign and there's no cars anywhere. The moment you run that stop sign, that's when you're going to hit something. You get it? Reality. That's reality. That's how it works. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Sarah said, real quick, Sultan said, peripheral neuropathy sucks. It does. And you just been diagnosed. No, that is a bummer. Because even for people that are healthy and of weight that had little to no problems most of their life can come up with that. And it's the burning and the pins and needles and like my feet will go numb and stuff. It's kind of wild. And then the rest of me feels the lupus. So like all my joints, it feels like, I don't know, it just feels like I've always got a flu or I've been working out for days. Like if you guys work out in the gym and you first get working out again, your body's aching all the time. No, I go to hold my hand out and go to lift something up and everything feels like it's breaking.
Where is it?
Sarah says, Heidi and George, my husband didn't float. No joke. Bone density. Yeah, it's not even a joke. My mom was like 5'7", and my sisters, I'm way taller. I still think that I had a different dad because even I tower over my dad height wise. We'll
The
make sure
cat's
that's
the cat's got hold of the lid. But here's your Jiffy Pop.
yeah. We've had this now for close to
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's been on the shelf forever.
Oh no, they popped it.
Yeah, they've probably been up on the shelf. They climb up on everything.
Oh no! Like I
You'll-
said, the cat's got a hold of the lid. Now they got hold of the foil.
We got that at one of the Western style grocery stores.
Jiffy Pop.
It still should work. It doesn't have to be solid. I'm sure that it'll
No,
still
no, no.
pop open.
It'll still work. Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, we are glad that everybody joined up with us, and we're going to wrap this up. We'll be back in tomorrow because we're going out on Monday and try to get some recordings. And we appreciate everybody being here. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you. Laura was in the house and all of our regulars.
Yeah. We have number 1 right now in the rankings would
Trolls
be
and haters.
Second
Hey,
Wind.
Sultan.
Number 2 is Adam.
Black
And then
Grandpa.
number 3 is Sultan. And then of course we have our follow up would be Linda and Sarah. Thanks so
Thank
much
you,
for your
Lack
support,
of
guys. We love
Spot.
you all.
See
You're
you
welcome here
tomorrow.
with us. See you